What's going on? All right, so I wanted to make a quick video talking about this thing right here. What is this? Well, this is the Tula Mic. It's been out for a few years, and to be 100% honest, it has not been used in a very, very long time. It just was, I didn't have, I guess, a real need for it because when I'm recording this video on, I am using this mic, which is for 3 times the price or something, and it sounds amazing, as you can hear. But yeah, I also have a lot of microphones. I have the general vibe for this channel lately has just been like me thinking about doing more with less, right? I've been talking about that a lot lately. But what I kind of uncovered is when I do these live streams on my MacBook Pro, when I'm out and about, I'm usually kind of either doing a screen share with Ableton or Cord Gadget, and I'm, using the face cam, and I have a little face cam up top, and you can see me, and you can see the screen, and you can see what I'm working on musically, and I can see the chat. So when you guys are chatting with me, like I usually do like a multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch, and when you're chatting with me, I can just respond by typing. I type a response, boom, it goes on both platforms, all good. All right, fine. But lately, I was like, oh, someone was asking me a question, and I was like, this requires more than just typing to chat. I have like headphones that I usually wear, not a headset. Sometimes I do carry my M1 headset, which is right over here, but I don't usually bring this with me because the previous one I had, broke from just carrying around in the bag, and it wasn't like in a case or anything. So I'm like a little bit more gentle and careful with this. So I kind of like bring this with me if I have a Zoom meeting or tutoring lesson or something. I'll plug in to the MacBook and I can, you hear and talk, and it's all good. But typically I don't carry this with me. So when I was wanting to respond using voice to someone's question or comment on my live stream, I noticed that ECAMM Live, which is what I use exclusively now, and they're incredible. Maybe I'll make a video talking about how I'm using them for content like this, like I'm recording to my computer using ECAMM Live, as well as for live streaming. It's kind of changed the game for me. So if you want to see a video like that, like a breakdown or how I'm using it, just drop me a comment below and I'll be happy to talk about it. But I wanted to respond. So ECAMM Live has the option, of course, to have a sound level mixer sort of thing. And I added like my MacBook microphone in the mix. And I was like, oh, okay, I can now talk to you. It's a little bit loud in here. Maybe the MacBook microphone is not the greatest compared to other things that I have that I'm going to talk about in a second. But I was like, okay, this is something that can work for sure. So I was using that for a little bit, and then I thought like, oh, I think from that moment to where I'm at now, there was an additional intermediary step, which was when I'm doing OPZ live streaming, right? So right now I'm talking about like screen share, for the DAWs that I just referenced, but sometimes I connect this with USB-C. And when I have this set up, I could just flip the camera down, and you can either see me or you can see the OPZ. And then when I want to talk, I can just use the microphone here. So that kind of worked well. I really actually do like the microphone a lot on this, believe it or not. I mean, you might not think that it should be that good for what it is, but it gets the job done absolutely for content, for live streaming, etc. All right, so where am I going with this? My thought was I wanted to explore using the Tula Mic in the mix. The Tula Mic has noise cancellation. It has gain control. It has all the things on it that I'm realizing like, oh, this is what I probably need to be using when I'm at a cafe that has some ambient noise. And so I experimented with it yesterday, and I was extremely happy with the quality and how everything, sounded and everything like that. So I say all that to say, I'm going to be bringing this with me. I'm actually going to be going out today to do some more content. Yesterday was with this and the OPZ. Today I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to be doing some more exploring in Ableton because, I'm, again, excited about something regarding Ableton, which specifically is what is it called? Expanded soft synth that comes with Yamaha Montage MX owners. Hopefully I said that right. So yeah, you have the capabilities of all the sounds within the montage, you have it available in your DAW, which I think is pretty crazy. I was gonna say pretty rad. My man Dylan Paris uses that word a few times, like in our text messages and stuff like that. It kind of just rubbed off on me, I guess, right? I was like, oh, let me just say pretty rad. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna, explore a little bit more in Ableton. But I think the main thing was just to kind of share how beneficial this could be. I mean, I was sitting it down on, it's at an angle, so I can have it pretty close to like where I'm talking, like when I'm, leaning down or whatever, making music. I can also like, if I'm doing a full on conversation thing and I'm not actually making music or something in the live stream, I can just do one of these and do the gain control thing, and when it's a couple inches from your mouth, it sounds extremely good. And I say all that to say, I'll just make one more comment. Maybe I'll do another like audio test with this compared to the CM15. But as a consumer, when people have asked me about this microphone compared to the CM15, like, the deal is, this is a recorder and it has noise cancellation on it, and it has USB-C or 3.1, 3.5. The CM15 doesn't have all that, right? The CM15, you can't record to it. It's just a microphone. If you want to do recording, you need something else, right? You need one of the other, field line expensive products, or you need to record to your DAW or something like that. So I say all that to say, like, I think for bang for the buck, and from what I remember about the difference of sound quality from this to the CM15, I can't say that it's a massive difference, to be quite honest. Like, I'm just keeping it real. If I were purchasing, like, I didn't buy either of these, right? We talked about this before too, like my thought about wanting to make sure that everything on this channel is explicitly presented to you, right? It's not a matter of saying, oh, buy this or buy that. Like, one of the videos, I may have spoke about this too, but like the Ridge wallet, like, this was sent to me. I got this from the company. I'm gonna probably do a follow-up video on it, but I like it a lot. I don't care whether you buy it or not, whether you guys, if you're inspired to buy it, like, and you have the money for it, and you think, you have whatever it is, 150, buy it, and say, oh, that's like, I trust Khordmaster's perspective on it, and I'm gonna give it a go, and hopefully you like it as well. But I digress. My point, though, for this video is to let you guys know that I'm excited again about the Tula Mic. I may even send my contact there, just a quick email, just to let him know, I think his name is David, that I'm using it, and it's being put to really, really good use now. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to share today. So make sure you guys get yourselves subscribed to the channel if you are not already. Check out channel memberships. It's a great way to support the channel and to have exclusive content, like some of the really cool, I can't really talk about it yet, but some really cool stuff that I have in the works, that I'm wanting to provide just for the channel members. And other than that, I hope you're having a good day. I'm going to get ready to head out and edit this video. Also Spotify and Apple Music. So all of these, I should probably be a little bit more explicit. So these are now Khordmaster keys. Khordmaster keys is still interviews when I feel inspired or excited to interview someone, have a conversation. I'll gladly bring those guests on. That's still for sure a thing, but I'm gonna be doing these a lot more often. And when I have something, again, exciting to share, something that I want to talk to you guys about, these are typically going to be, I think, around this length of time. This is like 10 minutes. Very minimal editing, just a conversation, just something that I want to talk to you guys about. So sound off in the comments. Let me know how that all sounds. Get yourselves subscribed on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you get your podcasts, so that these, there's no algorithms with that, right? As there might be with watching this type of video on YouTube. So, and the reason I'm excited about that is because I've been giving a lot of thought to like what I feel listening to podcasts that I enjoy listening to, whether it's a IGN video game Nintendo voice chat podcast, or whether it's a podcast that comes from a radio show for sports that I listen to with specific people. And oftentimes, like, what's interesting is, even if I'm not that interested in what's being spoken about, you get to know the people, you get to appreciate their voice, you get to learn about them. And that's kind of what I really love. It's like I text my boy, I was like, yo, it's like comforting, right? Listening to this podcast every week. And so I'm going to continue to fine tune this, whether it's I release these whenever I want, or whether it's a specific cadence. I have to figure that piece out. Right now I'm just recording, and I'm putting this out straight away. Like, this is probably going to go out either the same day or day after, or at least get edited and get scheduled for, like, a short time frame from now. So yeah, just wanted to share that. So get yourself subscribed, Khordmaster Keys, wherever you get your podcasts, and I look forward to making some good music with this today. I want to read one more thing, actually, before I let you guys go. My video that I put out recently regarding too many ways of making music, too many DAWs, and learning new things and stuff. It was a really fun video to make, and there's some good comments underneath that I want to read to you guys, and this is kind of what I was hoping for, releasing this type of video. So the title again was Why Learning New DAWs Can Kill Creativity and How I Stay Inspired. And it looks like this. Get my face out. There we go. All right, so my man Benjamin said, I prefer finishing music. I have fun when I complete songs. Interesting, and I'm starting to learn that and appreciate that too, now that I'm releasing these projects. By the way, Stop Being Funny, listen to that album, it's really good. It's what I just released. I have fun when I complete songs. When I'm just playing an instrument, it's more for brainstorming. I'm more inspired by the sound more than the process. Then Tickets to Mars. I was going to say Tickets Stomers. It's Tickets to Mars. Said same thing with Ableton. Thank you for sharing. You didn't get along with Loopy Pro. Loopy Pro, I got some information coming for you guys soon on that. I have to respond to him. I can talk about it in just a second after I read this last comment. Option paralysis is a thing, and starting from a blank canvas doesn't help. But I don't mind learning a new DAW if I feel that it's going to click with me. That's not the case with Ableton so far. Yeah, so that all makes sense. Yeah, Loopy Pro, and also let me read one more comment. So there's a guy on Instagram that I really enjoyed interacting with him, and really enjoyed his stuff that I saw so far. And where are we? Yeah, so I'm gonna give him a shout out. His name is The Only Eames, EEMS, so The Only EEMS, and his thing is a theme song king. And I watched some of his stuff, and this is his page here, so giving him a shout out. There we go. So you can link with him or check him out. So what I want to talk about, so we just started conversing, and we were talking about looping, and so I think I had asked him something about like looping music and stuff, and he said, truth be told, you made me go get in Teenage Engineering. Okay, so something about my content made him get some Teenage Engineering gear, which is cool, I guess. I mean, it's cool, yeah. That's cool if it's creating inspiration for the person who gets the stuff, right? Like I keep saying, I'm not in the business of trying to get people. It's kind of repulsive to me thinking about, convincing people to buy something. Later for that, right? Anyway, so he says, but yeah, looping over the past decade has been my bread and butter, and now it is the center of all things I do, whether it be live or in studio. I only use the computer to mainly 2-track most things. So that's amazing to me, because I listened to Timbaland's what is it called? His masterclass a while ago, and then I listened to Mark Rebier. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I said something just like that in one of my old videos. And live looping is dope. And I've always felt like I always come up with beats or ideas or melodies or whatever in my head, and I've always felt like live looping is something I want to do more, just to instantly get musical ideas out, instantly get them out. And I never really dove into it, right? I think at the time that I got access to all this gear, I was so keen on getting the 505 RC 505, or the Boss looper, the main one, and I got one along with a few other pieces of gear from Zounds, and I used it a little bit, but I just never dove into it and learned it properly and got it going, right? And then I ended up sending it back. And with Loopy Pro, there were some hesitations with regards to the fact that it's on an iPad and you always need an interface with it, so it's not like a stationary setup, and maybe I needed to use my iPad for other things and all that kind of stuff. Now I have, of course, my phone, and I have USB-C on here, so I could actually, you know, use Loopy Pro on my phone, which I'm planning to do. But I say all that to say, looping is something that is near and dear to me. It's something that I think I would be amazing at and have probably some of the most fun doing. I kind of do a form of looping when I produce music anyway. It's not necessarily live looping, but like that's how I work on music, is by creating loops in whatever DAW. That's why I only spend time in Session View in Ableton. That's why I love Chord Gadget. That's why on my OP1 Field upstairs, you know, I'm hopeful or thoughtful about maybe having some features implemented in there that allow for some fun and easy looping, which would be crazy and amazing if that ever happens. And it might happen because this little guy has, you know, looping features that came to it at some point. There we go. Can we get this little? Okay, that's good enough. That's fine. So maybe that might happen. But I say all that to say, yeah, connecting with people on Instagram like that, like people that you just have a conversation with, like, you know, it's cool. I really enjoy that. Other than that, that's the end of the video. So I'm gonna go, create some music today. I have my winter album coming the first day or first couple days or whatever of the start of winter, which is in a couple of months. So I'm working on that already, which is cool to kind of get started with that. Have some ideas for the title, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Peace.